On lake docks and decks, this is what lakeside living is all about. But the Clark family are not happy with their dock.
More space width-wise is definitely what we need.
And that's not the only thing on their wish list.
We talked about also possibly maybe a fire pit out there.
It's my job to build them a dock that will give them the life they dream of.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
Look how big it is.
I'm Simon Hirsh, and for 23 years, I've been creating docks and decks in Lake Country. Back towards you. Today, I'm going to visit the Clarks at their cabin and boathouse.
My family's had a cabin at the lake for as long as I can remember, so it made sense to move up here permanently.
We wanted a place for them to be able to run around and, lots of trees instead of concrete. It is perfect. We love living up here. It's, we don't have to sit in the traffic, and we get to get the paddleboard out whenever we want and get the fishing boat out and just go for a fish. At the end of the day, Chris will come home from work and we will say, oh, the water's calm, let's go for a wakeboard, or, it's windy out, let's go kiteboarding.
Anytime you're waking up and this is the view that you have at the lake, it's completely unbeatable.
I love raising my kids up here. It's so much more relaxed and easygoing and calm. Just more of a sense of imagination, I find. And, they can go up into the woods and build forts and run around, and we don't have to be worried about them.
I just find there's so much more for them to do up here. It's
Outside.
fresher air. Then in the wintertime, the lake's frozen, you're skating on the lake. Snowmobiling on the lake. It really is a slice of heaven.
Yeah,
so.
it's a wonderland up here. It's paradise.
As the kids are getting older, as we're entertaining more, we're just definitely in need of more space. The dock is very long, but I think being able to extend it to get more sunlight on it would be nice. Typically for like a regular family dinner, you could have 12 to 14 people pretty easily and then add a kids table into it. So
Yeah, more space width-wise is definitely what we need.
I'd want as big a deck as possible, other places for other boats to be able to tie up to.
So if we had more space on the dock, then we wouldn't all be crowded into one area, and the kids could be on one end, and then we could be getting the table set for dinner or sitting on some extra chairs without getting splashed as the kids run by you.
Chris and Melissa definitely need my help, and I'm excited to get started.
Wow, this is an amazing view. What more could you need out here?
More space.
When you're fitting friends and family on here, it's not wide enough, and so people are, squishing past other people, and we don't want people to fall in, and, kids running around, jumping in. Just a little bit wider for sure would make it possible to enjoy the space a little bit better.
Right, right. Anything else in the wish list?
We lose sunlight early afternoon, so our sunsets are gone. If we're out further, we're being able to get beautiful sunsets.
Right, right. So the sun sets behind the boathouse here,
Yep.
and you get shade here for the afternoon.
Yep.
All right. In a perfect world, how would your day at the dock, how would you like it to be?
I would love to come down here with a coffee and have breakfast down here even. I'd honestly love to have all of my meals down here and spend the entire day, swimming in the lake and coming out and tanning and having some food. It would be nice to have a bonfire out here. I mean,
Right?
that's why we're at the lake again, right?
Is that even something that's possible?
Well, let me try to put some ideas together and see what we can come up with.
Excellent.
Okay. Chris and Melissa really want to spend a lot of their time down here at the dock. My challenge here is really to extend this dock space. We do have some problems, though. My biggest problem is the water levels. The water levels are extremely high all over Lake Country right now. We've had a lot of rain. So the only way that I can build these docks is to weld a steel frame. But the support beams have to be at a certain height, which is underwater in this situation.
And I don't have the equipment for underwater welding. Plus, it's incredibly expensive.
Putting a step in the middle of the dock will not work. They'll be anxious to jump in the water and they'll trip, or someone will step off it with a tray of food or drinks. So the step isn't an option. So I've really got to figure out a way to keep this dock level with the original dock and still be able to build it. I don't know why I went ahead and just told them won't be a problem, because it is a problem. I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to do it.
Come hell or high water, I'm gonna build a massive new dock for the Clarks that will give them 4 times as much space for entertaining and extend far enough so that they can get all-day sun and a sunset in the evening. And to make sure they can stay here all night too, I'm gonna put a fire pit on this dock so the kids can roast marshmallows right out on the lake. We've got a $28,000 budget and 2 weeks to build this. It's time to get started.
Today's the first day of work at Chris and Melissa's boathouse. We're rolling in here. We have all our steel on the barge. We're gonna pull up in front and start laying out the location of all the piles and start building this dock. It's looking good, Dan. What they want to do is keep this faded color this color and then start the new one in a straight line. So instead of, stitching it in,
Yep.
we're just gonna basically build straight off this thing. So we're gonna need a nailer along the edge of some sort here.
Yep.
For you to connect the next piece of decking to. More what I'm concerned about now, again, is our dock height, right? So
Yep.
the water level's still really high.
Oh, yeah.
So how much of a weld are we gonna be able to get on our crosser now?
By the time we get our piles in, hopefully the water cooperates, goes down, and we'll get an inch of weld across the top just to hold it.
Right.
And
Then weld it out after as the
weld
water
it
level?
as the
comes
water
down?
goes down.
Okay.
Hopefully it cooperates and goes down, but that's all we can do for now.
Yeah, well, just pray it doesn't rain again,
Oh,
although it's not
man.
looking too good.
No.
And if you can get it tacked on top and we can keep building, then I'm okay with it.
Okay.
But we will have to come back around before we deck it and get the rest of that weld in.
Sounds good.
We're creating a solid steel frame for this dock by pounding steel piles down into the lake bed, through 30 feet of water and mud until they hit the bedrock. Once we weld the cross beams between them, they'll be rock solid. But with the water level this high, the weld points are underwater. All we can do is cross our fingers and hope the water level drops so we can finish the job. And unless that happens fast, we don't have a hope of completing this construction in 2 weeks.
So we're just finishing the first pile. It's taken a long time, a lot of prep work with every single pile. We've got 12 of them to do. We'll get maybe one more in today. So you can see it's gonna take days to get this done.
So once all the piles are driven, we can start welding in the cross braces or the crossers. Now, the problem on this location is that the water level is so high. If the water level doesn't drop, we won't be able to weld the crossers, and this project will not be able to move forward.
The Clarks want to make their dock bigger and wider for entertaining their family and friends. I'm building them a huge 750 square foot dock with a stone fire pit. We're driving in the piles that form the base of the steel frame, but it's slow progress.
Because the bedrock's uneven, the piles are all different lengths. First, we have to go through 13 feet of water and then drive through another 17 feet of mud to hit bedrock. Our original timeline on this dock was 2 weeks. Now, after we've driven in 12 piles, we've had to stop and wait an entire month for the water levels to drop so we can weld in the cross beams. Finally, they've dropped and we can get moving again.
With 12 steel piles, 6 steel cross beams, and 8 steel joists across them, we've got a seriously heavy-duty frame to put our decking on.
What I'm doing right now is setting down the wood sleepers so that we can connect our decking to the steel frame. We've also welded in this whole steel plate area, which is going to be our fire pit. Now, we had to do that area in steel so it didn't catch on fire when we lit a fire. After this, the guys will pour concrete on here and we'll be able to set some stone in place. But right now, we have to install all these wood sleepers. So we have to pre-drill every single piece of wood, every single piece of steel, and then install these non-corrosive fasteners in to secure the wood frame to the dock. This helps a lot if water levels go high and the water's pushing up on the deck boards. These will hold it in place so it doesn't get lifted off. So what I'm trying to do here is lay out to install some of these wood nailers. Now these allow us to put wood on the side of the dock. We need to put wood on the side of the dock to not only make it look nice, it's called the dock fascia. When you bring your boat in, you don't hit the rough steel. But also, we need a piece of wood to come up a little higher than this metal plate so we can pour the concrete in the base here to support the stone. So we're using this wood frame as the forming for the concrete pad.
Pouring concrete is a tricky job, and doing it on open water means that the whole thing is a crazy balancing act. My guys have to work hard and fast to get it done. We're using a straight edge 2x10 to level the concrete, and then we need to let it cure. And keep our fingers crossed that a rogue wave or a rainstorm doesn't wash away all this hard work before the concrete sets. Now that the concrete foundation is cured, it's time to lay in the flagstones. This is an insanely elaborate structure for a dock, but we're playing with fire here.
This is a steel base with 2 inches of concrete built on top, another ½ inch of flagstone. There's no way the fire is going to get to the wood dock. I'm mixing fire, water, wood, and the Clark family. I can't be too careful.
We've lost a whole month waiting for the water levels to lower, so it's time to put all hands on deck. While the flagstones are going down, I've got my guys laying the cedar decking boards on the rest of the dock, and I'm heading out to pick up something special for this project.
So I'm trying to get something that is fun, it's adrenalizing, I've got some good ideas.
A rainy summer delayed our schedule for a whole month, and this project was only supposed to take 2 weeks. Time is money, so we're going full out to catch up and stay on budget.
I really want to come up with something special for Chris and Melissa and their family. So I know they're going to love the fire pit. That's fantastic. The kids will get a kick out of it, but you know, daytime fun, kids want excitement. They want something a little more adrenalizing. And I think their kids are a lot like mine. They really like to get out there. So I'm trying to get something that is fun, it's adrenalizing, but still safe. And something that really lets, you know, Chris and Melissa sit on the dock and relax while the kids have fun. I've got some good ideas. This really caught my eye.
Shopping for toys?
Always more toys, but this is for a family. They've got some really high energy little kids, and this just may be the ticket. So it's basically a catapult, is it?
Absolutely.
And adults can use it too,
Adults
everybody?
can use it. This thing is awesome. You can launch your kids like 10 feet in the air. You can launch your wife into the water.
Oh,
no one
fantastic.
stays dry on it. You're definitely gonna want this to add to the trampoline.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Something high energy and real adrenaline filling, but still safe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you should probably get on it because this is our last one.
Let's take it.
Done,
Great.
done.
Okay. Hey guys, how's it going?
Great.
Looking great.
Thank you.
Fantastic. It's drying pretty quick though in the sun, isn't it?
The sun's helping.
Fantastic. Excellent. So we're just setting in the final stones here. There was a lot of steps to get Chris and Melissa their fire pit here. They wanted this idea. They weren't sure how we could do it. We figured out a great way to do it, but we had to lay steel down. We had to do a concrete pad. Now we're doing a mortar bed and finally setting the stones. After this, we're gonna grout it all in. It's gonna look perfect. This has to be done, otherwise we're gonna light the dock on fire. So none of that heat transfer, none of those sparks can get on the wood. So this area, 10 by 10 feet, gives us enough room to put a nice fire pit in the middle and have no risk of a fire.
Getting the surfaces right on a dock project is key. The Clarks will never see the steel structure underneath their dock, but they have to live with the decking boards and flagstones day in and day out. Every board and every stone has to be perfect if I'm gonna put my name on this job. So my guys have to be meticulous and fast because we are still struggling to make up the time we lost at the start of construction.
Since Chris and Melissa's boathouse was first built, the water levels have been rising over the years. I thought we were gonna have to build this dock about 6 inches higher just to get our weld lines above the water level. But luckily they dropped just in time for us to weld out the frame. So now I've been able to avoid having a step here. That would have been a real hazard. You would have walked out of the doors, looked out at the lake, boom, tripped right there. So luckily it all worked out great, and we've got a nice level transition onto the new dock.
While my guys finish up a few more boards, I'm heading back to my lumberyard to work on a final project.
I love to surprise my clients with handmade finishing touches. Melissa said she wants a nice spot for morning coffee. I've crafted this massive 500-pound log bench. It's a permanent fixture on the dock. It can withstand all weather. Great place to sit.
I'm happy with the way this project is coming together, but the real test is what the clients think. I can't wait to show the Clarks their new dock, and I think they're gonna love it.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness.
At the beginning of this job, it seemed impossible to deliver what these clients wanted, which was a level extension of the narrow dock. The water levels were just too high, so there was no way we could weld the steel structure.
1 month later, and our 2-week timeline has been extended to 6 weeks, but we have come in on budget at $28,000.
This is the part of the job that I love, seeing the clients' faces when they see the completed project. I can't wait to show Chris and Melissa their new dock. So are you guys ready to see this?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness.
Look how big it is.
Oh
We've
my
added
goodness.
about 4 times as much dock space here. You've got all the things you were looking for. You've got lots of different areas to live and enjoy your space out here. And look, you've got sun. We've got
Yes. Oh.
tons of sun out here. We've managed to do this without any step at all, which is great. No trip
That's
hazard
awesome.
here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, we've got lots of different areas you can use out here on this dock, and one of the areas is kind of a surprise. I like to call it the indestructible recreation area. So why don't I let you
Nice.
see it?
So cool.
Wow. Why do you call it the indestructible area?
Well, it's kind of a unique bench, sort of lounging area, and it's indestructible in the sense that it weighs about 500 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks pretty heavy.
These logs are huge, so this is not gonna blow off your dock. The kids can climb on it, they can spill on it. It's a great area to sit. I thought it lets you look out at the rest of the dock. It's all made out of cedar, so it's naturally impervious to rot and insects.
So it can stay out here the whole time. I don't have to move 500 pounds or
No, I mean, I'm sure you could do it, but, you know, like,
Excellent, no.
the idea is you can just let it be and let it
that's
weather.
perfect.
I'm glad you love this space so much, but we've got another area which was essential to your life at the dock, and that's your dining area.
Nice.
Excellent, yeah.
We'll take a look.
All right.
Wow, this is amazing.
This is awesome. Wow.
Beautiful, open, sunny
Yeah.
space, a lot of square footage. We've really, like we said, extended this dock. It's 4 times as big as it was before.
And this is really what we were
That's what we
wanting, is
wanted.
to be able to live down here and spend our whole day here. So this completes it. When I went through those doors and I saw that huge open space, I was blown away at just how much space there was. And, you know, there was the different areas, but there's still so much space around there, so it wasn't crowded at all. And if we wanted to, like for the dining room area, if we wanted to make that even bigger, we could, but it's so nice and intimate the way it is already.
I've got another big surprise for you guys. You ready to see it?
Yep.
All right, let's take a look.
What? Is that a fire pit?
You got me the fire pit that I was dreaming of. I cannot believe this.
We managed to mix fire and water, yes. So it was quite a challenge to get this in here, but
Wow,
this is
Simon.
safe. You can have your fires, you can enjoy the sunset.
So like these are solid rocks?
This is real stone, set in concrete, set on top of steel. So there's
wow.
no wood underneath the fire pit area.
This is way better than I imagined. I can't believe we get a fire pit out on our dock.
On the dock, where the sun will be for the most part of the day, and we get to just enjoy it. Yeah, come in here, roast some marshmallows with the kids. This is amazing.
I thought the challenge of this was going to be a little bit too much. Simon, incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Incredible.
I'm speechless.
And if you look out there, you'll see.
Oh my goodness.
That's incredible.
A trampoline, a
wow.
water trampoline.
Oh, I can see Tessa and Ben just wrestling and
Yeah.
jumping off.
I love seeing that happy reaction, that excitement. Like they're eager to get out there and enjoy it with their families. Creating these sort of fun spaces, it's even though sometimes it seems like it's for the kids, it's for the adults too, because it allows you to play with your kids and kind of be a kid again. So that's why I love doing this. This is about fun.
Simon and his crew absolutely blew us away with what they were able to give us. We can't thank them enough, so thank you so much, Simon.
For the memories that we're going to be making, our family is going to love it, and even our extended family and friends, they'll be coming up and using it as well, and we just can't wait to share that with everyone.
On lake docks and decks, the Crosset family love lakeside living,
And the boating. The boating's the best.
but their waterfront isn't. Their current fire pit is treacherous,
We'd really like to have a comfortable spot where we can all sit around a campfire.
and their dock needs a serious boost. I'm going to help them take their lakeside home to the next level.
Oh my goodness.
This is awesome.
I'm Simon Hirsh, and for 23 years, I've been building lake docks and decks in Lake Country. The Crosset's lakefront home is a slice of paradise, a sprawling 4-bedroom home perched on a cliff with some of the best views in the world. But they desperately need some help improving their rocky, dangerous fire pit to bring this spot to its full potential.
I've been coming up to the lake since the day I was born.
I've been coming up to the lake for a while, too, ever since I was born. Our children have been coming up to the lake since they were born, so I think they've had a very good experience as well.
The summer vibe you get here is like nowhere else.
We worked in the city, both of us, and it's been like the weekend rat race. Drive 2, 3, 4 hours just to get up here and enjoy 2.5 days at best. We did that for many, many, many years. And I, for one, got real tired of it.
Tired of the traffic, tired of, small backyard, wanting to enjoy some property. 2 years ago, we just decided to take that leap of faith.
Being here full-time certainly has its advantages. I mean, nice dinner, end the day with a campfire. If we could just make it accessible and relaxing rather than tripping over rocks to get there, I mean, that would be perfect for me.
Where we are having campfires, it's not very easy and it's rocky.
It is so rocky and hilly around here, and we're afraid, to get my grandma and some of my older aunts. We can't even bring them over to the site. Also, for our boat, we'd like to have something to cover it, to protect it in the seasons and not have to, take it over to a marina.
You see the storms coming in and you see them rolling through. It's pretty exciting, but there is a little bit of danger there too. So the boat, you gotta protect it.
It sounds like Mark and Sue really need my help.
Well, I can definitely see the need to cover up your boat. Now, your fire pit, tell me a little bit about this.
Well, as you can see, this is a little bit treacherous to get here. After a long day out on the lake, having fun on the boat, we like to spend our evenings here wrapping up the day and, making some more memories around the fire. However, it is super treacherous. We've got some elderly family members that they can't even come down here.
Right.
It's just super dangerous. So we like to create an atmosphere that's safe, convenient, you know, ties the dock and the fire pit together in a way. On a busy weekend, we could have 12, 14 people down here easy.
So we need a lot more space than this.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take advantage of this view and in this situation, you know, make these memories. So the more the merrier for us.
It's a tricky spot because we're on a slope here,
Exactly.
so I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get enough level land.
I see this being, you know, an everyday thing, so it really is important to me.
A little more civilized, so you can use it
Exactly.
all the time,
Yeah.
right? So it's not just the patio area we need to work on making safe access to, it's also the pathway to it.
Correct.
So we have to get down from the cottage or up from the boat port to this area safely. We can't be climbing over logs and rocks and dirt paths. I'm gonna have to really work on this, and I'll come up with some good ideas.
I'm going to tackle this job on 2 levels. First, I'll build them a boat port that will protect against the elements. On the hill, I'm going to find and create a brand new site for the family's fire pit with an access path everyone can use. And the cherry on top, a zip line to connect the 2 areas from the fire pit right to the dock. I've got a $38,000 budget for this project and 4 weeks to get it done. The first thing I need to do is get all my materials together. Fortunately, I have my own lumber yard, so we're off to a good start. I'm using reclaimed, old stock timber for the boat port. We're making our beams by cutting off the weathered exteriors, and they end up looking as good as new. In fact, better than new, because the old lumber was cut from mature trees, making it harder and stronger than lumber from new growth trees. The first thing we need to do when we're setting up the boat port is to figure out where all the posts are going to go. Once we do that, we can mark it all out, and then we can start setting the posts, bracing the posts, and then we'll put in the beams on top. It doesn't take long for the boat port to start taking shape. Back towards you. While my guys get stuck into the construction, I need to figure out what to do about the fire pit. Sue and Mark want to have the older relatives, the grandparents, come up and visit with them here. There's no way they're going to get down to this fire pit the way it is. I mean, you're climbing over wet rocks and dirt. It's just not going to work. There's got to be a better location somewhere here for a fire pit. Better sunsets, more level ground, a little easier to fit it in here. So right now we're just hooking up the welder, so we need to get a solid ground into the dock frame. The dock's then driven into the lake bed, so that gives us a good ground. And then we're gonna cut out some plates over here and weld in some steel brackets to help tie the timber frame structure into the steel dock. Welding is always hazardous, and doing it over open water is even more dangerous. High voltage, a wooden dock, and lots of water means that we have to take serious precautions to prevent fires or electric shock.
What we've done now is we've taken out the wood plate to expose the steel. Now I can take this steel bracket here, I can weld it onto the steel frame of the dock, and then bolt it right here to the timber. This makes this timber structure strong. It won't move in the wind, it won't sway, it's tied into the steel dock. Pulling up the deck boards so that when we weld the plate to the beam, it doesn't catch fire.
It's a new day, and it came to me like a flash of light. I found the perfect spot for the fire pit. The new location is closer to the dock and the water. With the new access path, it's going to be easier to get to as well. And the added bonus is that it will be larger than the previous fire pit, as the hill levels out here. So the excavator's coming now, up the hill. It's starting to rain, it's getting muddy. We gotta hurry up and get this thing unloaded, otherwise we're not getting this truck in. While the crane is here to set the excavator in place, The gravel is to lay the bedding for the access road and the fire pit.
A dump truck just arrived with all the gravel, but we're blocking the road with the crane. Everything has to happen at the same time. Okay, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit here. You gotta get the excavator down there first. Can't get you in until it's in place. I know you're trying to get out of here, but you're gonna have to wait, okay?
The timeline on this job was always tight. This is a massive waste of time and money I don't need right now.
So now I gotta pay a guy by the hour to sit here and do nothing while we get the excavator in place.
The Crossets are fortunate enough to live on the lake year-round. They need a four-season structure to protect their boat, as well as a fire pit where the family can gather. But I can't even make a start on the fire pit until I build an access road. And right now I've got a traffic jam that's costing money every second.
What we have to do now is hook up the excavator to unload it. There's not a lot of room to work with, so we just have to drop it into this little space here. So I'm gonna guide it as it comes off.
With the excavator finally off the truck, we can get this gravel dumped and this guy off the clock. This is 15 tons of gravel. That's 30,000 pounds of stone, enough to cover our access path and create the foundation for the fire pit. Neil is clearing the path down to the new location, while the rest of my crew push the stone into the path so the work vehicles can move through the site safely. So much work to do before we can even get down to start on this fire pit. At least the excavator has made it down to the new fire pit location.
What I want to do is use this area here where we can stage our construction out of, and then start building the retaining wall area right along the shoreline. We're going to cut in right over here, tie into some stairs that are going to come down from the old path, cut into the bank here, more retaining wall, put our stone seating ledge at the back.
Okay.
Use all these nice medicine ball-sized boulders, these natural boulders, to create our fire pit in the middle.
Okay.
And then we'll have a flagstone around it. And then we've got a ton of old brush and debris and everything in here that we need to get rid of. So, I don't know, maybe we'll have to bring down the chipper, make a big pile of it. We'll deal with that as we dig it up.
All right, sounds good.
Without the excavator, this whole job would be impossible. But with it, and a skilled operator like Neil, we can transform this area really quickly. While Neil whips the fire pit area into shape, I can get back to work on the boat port with the rest of the guys.
Got it? Yeah. Josh. We're just hoisting up all the roof trusses, stack them on top, then we're gonna spread them out to build the roof.
There's nothing speedy about putting up the trusses. It's a laborious job, but someone's got to do it. Over at the fire pit, Neil is making excellent headway clearing and leveling the site. Time to bring in the gravel base. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel for this project.
Oh my goodness.
This is awesome. It's exactly what we wanted.
The Crosset family moved up to the lake full-time, and they're in love with it. But in 2 weeks, I'll be showing them a whole new way to enjoy their property when I finish their brand new family-sized fire pit and awesome boat port.
Mark and Sue's boat port is really coming along. We've got the roof trusses going in. We're going to be sealed up pretty soon. It's really going to be a great space. But I'm thinking, as I see the space take shape, what would work great would be if we put a wall in this area here. It would add some protection from the elements, and we could add some storage cabinets in here, maybe a counter space, bar fridge, even a sink, something to really help with entertaining at the dock. Then we could also fill in this unused space of the boat slip and have more space for a table, somewhere to entertain out of. I think they'd love it.
The job has 2 main parts, the fire pit and the dock. So I'm going to create a link between them with a zip line, and I figured out where to put it.
What I want to do is take this and mount it higher on the next tree over and shift it over a little bit. Just trying to get the right angle and then figure out where it's going to land on the dock and make sure I have enough slope to give them enough speed, but not too much speed so they go flying into the dock. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the post right here. So we're taking this deck board off here. And we're going to weld the post right into the steel frame of the dock. This will line up with the tree, and we'll be able to put different heights on this post for different steepnesses in the line, so we can figure out how fast or slow people want to go.
Back at the fire pit, things are starting to come together.
We're finally getting our fire pit taking shape. We found this great spot down here, a little closer to the water, but it allows me to level out the area. So we've cleared out a nice area. We've got our retaining walls in place. We've built it up with a gravel base. And this is what I love over here. We've managed to use all the natural stair treads to build the first part of the staircase coming out of the fire pit. So now it blends in with the beautiful moss rocks, everything I wanted to use here. All the rock here we found on site, so it's all natural, be able to recycle it. So the stairs are going to continue up, tie into the old path, provides nice level access, still looking natural, but as you can see, they're easy to walk on. Nice even stride. Once the flagstone gets into place here, it'll be level, but I'm really happy. It's really taking shape.
With 3 days to go, this job is really coming along. It's back on schedule after the slow start to the fire pit. Time to check in on headway on the boat port.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Simon.
This is looking awesome in here.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Good, good. So just a little more wallboard to put up here, and I see some soffits.
Yeah. Hopefully, before the end of the day, we'll be able to stain everything up. So tomorrow will be basically just doing all the little trims, corner caps, the 1x4s, buttoning up, and hopefully doors. We'll get this live edge cedar top in, hopefully. Zip line's ready. It needs to be tested, though, so.
No one used it? No one's tested?
Nope, it's up to you.
It's me. I gotta test it.
I'm not testing.
You sure it's good, right? It's gonna hold?
Let's hope so.
Somehow, it's always up to me to be the guinea pig for stuff like this.
Okay, well, I hope this thing holds. First time.
We're almost done the project at the Crosset family cabin. We're putting the final touches on a gorgeous boat port, a totally new fire pit, and as a little something extra, a zip line, creating some flow between the waterfront and the fire pit. It's up to me to make sure the zip line is safe.
Okay, well, I hope this thing holds. First time.
It's official, the zip line zips. The work is complete, and we stuck to our budget of $38,000 and just managed to make the 4-week timeline. The Crosset family is on their way, and I've got to hustle to make sure everything looks perfect for them.
All right, guys. Here it is.
Oh my goodness.
This is awesome. Very nice.
You guys want to go take a look?
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
Go ahead.
Wow.
So we added a few little entertaining features in here.
Check it out.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Never expected that.
This is a live edge. We call it a live edge because you can still see the shape of the tree on it. It's a nice big slab of cedar. We've got lots of storage built in here too. Do you want to take a look here?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Wow.
Lots of room.
Space, that's
for,
amazing.
Life jackets.
No, this is perfect. Keeps everything neat and tidy.
We've done all your walls in an engineered product that is really water resistant, so it should hold the stain really well, last a long time. We've tied in the whole structure to your steel dock with these metal brackets. So we've welded those right into the dock, bolted them in, so this thing's gonna withstand anything now. We also filled in this area of the dock. So now there's plenty of room here. It was a little crowded to the bar when we first put it in, but there's still plenty of room for the boat. It really wasn't needed, and it gives you a lot of space here.
Right on. This is gonna be a focal point right here. This is great.
Here, let's take a look at it from out here.
Right on.
I love how well it fits in with your existing dock space. You've got this great seating area here. You got your lounging space, your diving board. So I just had to add one more thing to this. This is your zip line.
No way.
So you had everything else out here, but we had to add one more thing.
Wow.
So it's a fantastic run. It actually leads up to your new fire pit.
All right, let's go see it.
Let's go see it. It's fantastic.
Looking forward to it. Wow.
So here it is.
This is perfect. This is amazing.
A nice spot. Plenty
Very
of seating
nice.
here. You got lots of room to spread out. We've even got the stone benches set back
I love
here.
it.
It's so big.
Yeah, it's a lot of space. The kids can sort of camp out all the way around here. Made your fire pit with these big boulders around it. Makes a nice deep fire pit in here. And you've got some protection in here from the wind. We've got the rock walls on both sides, the trees.
Right.
Beautiful lake view, but still enough protection to sort of have a cozy fire even on a windy day like today.
But look at the view. We're right on the water. Unbelievable.
The best part is we don't have to wear hiking boots to get to our fire pit anymore. We can come down in sandals.
A little more
Yes.
civilized, the access.
Very civilized.
It's just beautiful.
What we're really looking forward to is having our folks come down here. You know, I mean, the other location was not accessible for them, but this is perfect just to spend some quality time safely.
The built-in seating was an idea that you'd always have some seating down here, even in the real rough seasons when you want to take the chairs away.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I know it was a lot of work, but we really appreciate you and your crew.
Yeah, from the bottom of our hearts, this is just incredible, like a dream come true.
Mark and Sue gave me a real challenge on this property. We need to create space for their teenage kids, for them and their grandparents. Had to cover the whole spectrum, but still make it fun. I think the zip line was a huge hit, and based on their reaction, a great big hug from Sue, I think I really nailed it.
Simon was great. He put a lot of imagination and creativity into this project. I mean, we never thought of having the fire pit down there because it was a section of our property we couldn't even access.
He really put everything into this job.